Gotcha. All right. I hope you all enjoyed your meals and the conversation at your table. Today we have the wonderful opportunity to meet with the donors who have brought us together. Because of their kindness, I have the chance to share my experience with you. Next fall, I will be going into my senior year. Just thinking about the idea of graduation makes my stomach ache with anticipation and nervousness for the world outside of college. Here at Pitt-Bradford, I have had many good experiences meeting people and learning not only about my career, but about myself. Looking back on all of it, I realize how lucky I am to be standing here today. I grew up in poverty for about half of my life. Then, my life was being planned for me by the so-called adults around me. I was planned to have children at a young age and take advantage of disability checks for the rest of my life. But that was not the life I wanted. Even from when I was in grade school, I knew I wanted to go to college. At first, I wanted to be an astronomer, but my decision ended in the computer world. With the life I was living, this would not be possible. Later in my life, I was taken in by some family members who did their best to teach me about finances and other adult skills. I learned a lot from them and even gained hope that I would be able to go to college. When I applied for the University of Pittsburgh, I ended up being placed at the Bradford campus. I got accepted with the promise of scholarships and grants, but they weren't quite enough to cover all the costs, which meant I would be in debt. I had been in contact with the financial aid office, specifically Melissa Ibanez, who told me I was awarded 2 donor scholarships. I was lucky enough to receive the Friends Family Scholarship established by Dom and Pat Franz Saracone and the Rotary Club of Bradford Endowed Scholarship, which is established by Bradford Rotary Club. When I received these scholarships, I was not only excited to eliminate more of my debt, but relieved that I could lower the amount I was being loaned from my family. I am grateful to our donors because they give students relief so that they can focus on being the best students they can be without worrying about financial situations. So to our donors and the financial aid staff, thank you for not only making our lives as students easier, but for being a blessing to those of us who are struggling. It is now my honor to introduce this year's student speaker, Kobe Bradley. Kobe is a junior computer information systems technology major from Warren, PA. He is looking to pursue a career in the computer science field when he graduates. Kobe is the recipient of 2 donor scholarships this year. Please welcome Kobe Bradley.
Hello, hello. Give me a minute. This is new to me. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's well and alive, at the very least. My name is Kobe Bradley, the guy who's currently speaking to you right now in this very room. Hi, that's me. I'm a computer information systems and technology major, say ST for short, along with a minor in Africana studies as well, because I've grown fond towards that section. I'm technically a junior based on the year that I'm in, but I'm also technically a senior due to the number of credits, due to having over 100 credits at this point. I guess I'd like to start off by saying what an honor it is to have received these 2 scholarships, the Lombardo Family Scholarship along with the PBAA/Dave and Libby Robinson Scholarship this year. I also like to personally thank the donors as well for these said scholarships, along with all the donors provided not only myself, but my fellow students here today, with the donor scholarships to help us continue our education and our adventure here at Pitt-Bradford, which for me personally has been a great experience to this very day. And also a big thanks to Joelle for giving me this opportunity to stand right here and have everyone listening to my endless rantings. Thank you. But jokes aside, I really have had a great time here. I've made a lot of impactful decisions during my time here at Pitt-Bradford that I have never done anywhere else in my life. You know, I may not have cured cancer or found the 125th element, but I am quite proud of myself and the things that I have done here that I don't even realize half the time, because most of the time I just go with the flow. And then the fact that I'm speaking to all of you right here, right now, it just surprises me as well. Like, I could never have done this back in my school days because I didn't really have such a good head start in my early life. My mother made poor choices that impacted not only my life, but my brother's as well. I'm not going to go too deep into that rabbit hole, but during a certain incident, she could not keep us anymore, so we had our custody handed over to our grandparents, Cindy and Joe Newfer, who are sitting right here, by the way. Give them a round of applause for them. Thank you. They helped me get through and through all my tough times and raised me to become the more responsible and respectful person that I am today. And I really would not be here if it was for them. So I thank them very much for bringing me this far. Let's see. So before I went to Pitt-Bradford here, this is my second college. Beforehand, I attended Hiram G. Andrews Center Commonwealth Technical Institute as my first college, where I received my associate's degree in network technology, along with a few other certificates and rewards, such as the Microsoft Word and Excel 2019 Associate's Certificate, plus a CTI Student Achievement Award, an Outstanding Student Award, and some others that has kind of left my mind. It's been a hot minute. But when I graduated, I was given a chance to look at the other colleges and to improve my skills and knowledge. And the one I chose was Pitt-Bradford. And what a choice that was, because my time here at Pitt-Bradford has been a phenomenal experience. And aside from the classes that I've attended here, there's many other stuff that I've done. Such, I've had a job here on campus, I think from semester 1, where I work for CTM and troubleshoot all the projectors on campus. And I have my employer, Alan Hancock, to thank for giving me such a position. I've also did an internship with my professor, Jeremy Callanan, last semester, where I helped promote and monitor the virtual reality lab in the Duke building, and during that, the most notable event during that was I was the main lead in giving a tour to a seventh grade tour coming from the Sheffield School District, where I was able to personally show them all the neat stuff you can do with virtual reality and whatnot. And it was a really fun experience on my part, and all the students had fun as well. And I even received some positive emails from the teachers from Sheffield themselves, which was something really special to me. But I think the biggest decision I have ever made here personally was my study abroadship last summer, where I went to Tanzania, East Africa, to study Swahili language and African culture. It was also the first time that I left my home country. And I was there for over 2 months. And that was a big jump. It was a huge jump on my part, but it was an experience I definitely do not forget, no regret doing at all. Aside what else I've done here, I made long-lasting friendships with many students here, along with many professors and staff. A lot of them have helped me throughout my time here in Pitt-Bradford, such as Mr. Warren Shaw, Professor Ungan Dial, Ken Wang, my advisor, and just many others. And the list just keeps going. I've done so much here. I'm going yet to another abroad trip in the end of May to Japan. Another thing, personal experience, is that I'm taking guitar lessons. Never held an instrument before, so I said, why the heck not? Just pick one up. I've joined multiple clubs as well. I've made the dean's list at least twice. I've participated in the Global Game Jam this year. You get the point. I've done a lot. But I'm proud of everything I've done, including this Luncheon speech. My time here has been absolutely life-changing, and I want to continue doing new and great things here. So once again, huge thanks to the donors of the scholarships. I've received, and to all the scholarship donors in this room and online currently. These scholarships are helping me continue my adventure here at the University of Pittsburgh at Bradford. They mean more than just financial support. They represent the opportunities I've had to grow, explore, and achieve things I never thought were possible with my own hands. To everyone who has supported me this far, thank you very much. I look forward to continuing making the most of my time here the best I can, pushing myself further, and making a difference in every way I can. So thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a good afternoon.
Next, I am pleased to introduce this year's donor speaker, Brian Fernandez-Holleran. Brian graciously offered to fill in for Ryan Krugmeyer, President and Chief Operating Officer of American Refining Group, who was not able to be with us today. Brian is the Executive Director of Holleran Philanthropies. He focuses on identifying and supporting grassroots leaders, ensuring that funding reaches those doing the most meaningful work on the ground. His journey began at age 18 when he volunteered for a year in Africa. This experience exposed him to the complexities of poverty and inspired his lifelong commitment to the community-driven solutions. Apologies. Brian believes that true philanthropy should be responsive and community-centered and adaptable to changing needs. He sees himself as not as a benefactor, but as a steward, ensuring that resources flow to those who need them the most. He credits his late father, Harry R. Holleran Jr., for inspiring his commitment to service and hopes to continue honoring his father's legacy through thoughtful philanthropy. Brian's father, Harry Holleran Philanthropies, and American Refining Group have been generous and longtime supporters of Pitt-Bradford. Since 2009, the American Refining Group / Harry R. Holleran Jr. Scholarship and Sustainability Endowment Fund has assisted 42 students, and as part of this fund, the American Refining Group / Harry R. Holleran Jr. Energy Institute was established on campus. Most recently, Holleran Philanthropies supported the George B. Duke Engineering and Information Technologies building. Their gift was used in part to equip the Fluid Dynamics Lab and Makerspace, two of several unique spaces in the building. Please welcome Brian Fernandez-Holleran.
Hello, everybody. How's that sound? Yeah? Thank you so much. I'm humbled to be standing here in front of everybody. Holleran Philanthropies started 17 years ago. And it was something my father started with his best friend. And the mission was to make the world a better place. So they had a very wide scope, and they worked a lot internationally. There was also a lot of different assets involved, and it was complicated. It's still very complicated because everything my dad did was complicated. But over time, we started realizing that to make real change, you have to think locally, and you have to think about real communities of real people, and you have to get to know them. And so we started working more with something we'll call ecosystem building, essentially looking at what entrepreneurs need in a community to be able to succeed. So let's say this is not the providing Band-Aids approach, this is providing a strong structure so that the great minds of a place can stay and work and build things themselves according to what they really believe in. When we looked at Bradford, we could see that there was things that were missing and there were things that were here already. And I'll say that Pitt-Bradford would be the beating heart of the potential of what we could accomplish in Bradford, because it doesn't only lend credibility, but it's a collaborative space, a space that works with the local community. It's a place that thinks about the future, and it thinks about investing in the future of the Bradford community. So let's just say we were very, very happy when Rick stepped into this role, because he is the kind of grounded leader that also understands the big picture issues, and you really have to have both to do this work successfully. And essentially what we've been doing is collaborating. We've been coming up with ideas together. Halloran Philanthropies has been bringing in some trusted partners, and Pitt-Bradford has always been excited to see how they can work together. So most recently, we started the Halloran Fellowship with Watson Institute. And essentially what we do is we bring, there's a cohort that lasts for a semester. Half the people who do the cohort are from Pitt-Bradford, and the other half are people from the town. Could be entrepreneurs or not. And they work on developing their own business ideas together, and they get to know the local resources and the local community better. And, you know, there was never a point when we had to, I don't think I ever had to intervene or do any real work. You know, it was really a case of just bringing like-minded people together and allowing their visions to kind of combine and to become something bigger and better together. And I really believe that, you know, we're going to look back 10 years from now and we're going to feel really excited about this moment right now that we're in and how we were kind of part of something really positive. And I think that has a lot to do with this university as well. The grants and the programs we've supported here have all gone incredibly well. I'm not only saying that because I'm standing at a podium right now in front of a lot of people. It's genuinely true. We have, the issue is starting things that keep growing and then making sure we have the funding to continue to foster their growth, honestly. There's a few times I thought, oh, this is kind of a good idea, let's hope it works. And then just seeing it kind of gain momentum and more students joining, it's just been absolutely wonderful. So I just, you know, I want to just take a moment to just acknowledge that we all are part of something bigger right now, and that when an institution is really acting as like a living thing where people can come and grow together, and is not just about brick and mortar buildings, but something bigger, we all really do gain a lot from it. So, you know, I want to thank Rick for taking that to a new level. And I just want to invite, you know, all of you, anyone who's able to support this as it continues to develop and grow into something beautiful, you know, to consider what that means to you. I don't know if that was 7 minutes or not, but I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say. So with that, yeah, I just want to thank everybody, and I'm always interested in talking to anyone and about this journey and our experience. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian, for your generosity, along with the generosity of all the donors in this room. And those watching the live stream have made an impact on not only my education, but the education of so many other students at Pitt-Bradford. At this time, we would like to recognize all scholarship donors by having them stand. Thank you for believing in the power of donor scholarships. Your thoughtfulness is preparing us to become inspired leaders, critical thinkers, and problem solvers who will make an impact on this world in amazing ways. As I end my remarks, I'd like to acknowledge those who made this luncheon possible: Christine, Tyler, and the entire philanthropic and alumni engagement staff, along with the Mets and conference service. I would like to also thank our Blue and Gold Society students. Before you leave, please check the back of your program booklet for a Panther paw sticker. If you have a Panther paw sticker, you are the winner of the spring floral centerpiece on your table. Thank you for attending the luncheon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and weekend.